And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. The starting fives for our game. Here are tonight's starting lineups. And so the tip-off, it's Miami. Wade with it. Back to Hardaway. Pass to Mourning. Backing in. Outside Hardaway. Now Wade. Shot clock at 5. Jordy grabs the board.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Now here's Price. Kicks it out to LeBron. Pass to Irving. Price with the ball. From deep three-point range. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. So it's Miami now.
Kevin, I had a chance to talk with head coach Eric Spoelstra.
Outside Hardaway. Wade outside. Back to Hardaway. The Cavaliers pull it in. Price up top. A nice shot by Irving. Now here's Hardaway. Shaq with the screen. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Pass to LeBron. From deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
They set the screen. Here's Price. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's his first trip to the line. First one falls for him. Price hits them both. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Hardaway. Mourning. Back to Hardaway. Shaq in the high post. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Wade. 5 to shoot. Fires from deep. And the Heat, another 3.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Ilgauskas. LeBron outside. And here's Irving. It's up a 3. No good.
I'll tell you what, he'll get some of those hustle points if he keeps boxing out like that.
Now Hardaway. Pass to LeBron. Now here's Wade. And here's Price. Price, right side. Ilgauskas. Count the bucket.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that.
Here's Wade. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
LeBron outside. LeBron right side. And he can't bank that one in. The drive by LeBron. Out to Wade. He's covered by Irving. Here's Wade. Outside Hardaway. Back to Wade. And Irving comes to help. Wade gets the bucket.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
The Cavaliers trailing. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Now here's Gordy. Pass to Irving. Shoots from 12. And he gets it to go. LeBron with it. Shaq with the screen. Back to LeBron. Here's Mourning. Outside Hardaway. Wade with it. From the low block. Here's O'Neal. And Irving pulls it down. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Pass to Price. Back to Irving. Fires for three. That's good. 7 points in the game. Miami trailing. Now here's Hardaway. Here's Wade. Wade, right side. The shot is off. Now LeBron. And it's Miami with the rebound. Outside Hardaway. LeBron outside. Pass to Wade. Shaq with the screen. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Price outside. LeBron James on the wing. Back to Price. Irving. Ilgauskas. Outside Irving. From downtown. And that one's good. 10 points for him.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
And here's Wade. Shaq with the screen. LeBron James on the wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. He's got 5.
And that's an owner's manual possession to get them a good look there, Kevin.
They set the pick. Price with the ball. And here are the Heat. Trailing by 2. Wade outside. Pass to LeBron. Outside Hardaway. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Mourning. It's blocked. Ilgauskas. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Now Hardaway. Back to O'Neal. Wade. Shaq with the screen. Pass to Hardaway. Now here's Wade. Launches it. Jordy grabs the board.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And here's Irving. Left side Price. Left side Price. A three-pointer, no good.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Wade outside. Here's Mourning, and he drops it in from the low post. Cavaliers leading. Here's Price, and the Cavaliers call time here. And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Nance outside. Pass to Harper. Here's free. Now Verja. Verja with it. The baseline J off the mark.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it. And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
Here's Harper. There's the pick. No good with the layup. Outside Dragic. Cycling. And that is good. The Cavaliers trailing. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Here's free. Pass to Nance. Back to Love. 4 on the clock. To help the run. Jump shot is good. Now here's Dragic. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Now Jones. No good with the triple.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Now here's Nance. Here's Harper. 6 on the shot clock. They set the pick. For the 3. That's good. Miami trailing. Outside Dragic. Cycling. And that's collected by Love.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Here's Harper. Pass to Nance. The shot from the low post is good. Outside Dragic. Right side. Goes up the baseline. That's good. And here we go with World B. Free. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Back to Love. Pass to Nance. Takes the 13-footer. Shot is off. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Cavaliers on top. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in... Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see? And here comes Harper. Pass to Free. Here's Harper. 6 to shoot. Nance outside. And Jones pulls it down. And here's Miami. Trailing by 2. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. He has 5. Here's Free. Here's Harper. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And here we go with Goran Dragic. Pass to Jones. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Dragic left side. Clock at 6. Back to Jones. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
To the middle. Boom! He chips it straight down.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
And the Heat call time here. And the Heat making a change here. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Outside Dragic. They set the pick. Pass to Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Fader on the way. No good off the back of the rim.
Unnecessary to go to the fadeaway there. It wasn't needed. Could have just kept it simple and taken the easy shot.
Back to Nance. And here's Russell. Nance outside. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Now here's Dragic. And here's the fast break. Here's Russell. And he uses the glass on the layup. Now Dragic. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Cycling. Hits the jump hook. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Here is Carr. Love outside. Pass to Free. From the high post. And again, it's Cleveland. And here's Miami. 6-point game. Here's Dragic. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Smith left side. Shot clock at 6. He used that pick just right. And so it's Cleveland with it. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Here is Carr. Pass to Love. Brown's there. That one rolling around and rims out. Now Dragic still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. 6 to shoot. There's the screen. Now here is Smith. No good from outside. Cleveland with the ball. Here's Free. Here is Carr. Got a piece of it. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. The Heat making a switch here. Shot clock at 2. Here's Gordon. Nailed from three-point land. Miami trailing. Clark, they've been looking at a sink offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
It's to Hardaway. Back to Smith. Outside Hardaway. Smith with it. Smith left side. No good there off the double clutch.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Russell with it. Russell with the bucket. And here is Hardaway. Here's the lob to the hoop. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
That is not a difficult pass. You'd think they could keep it in bounds.
And the Heat making a change here. And here are the Cavaliers now. Irving with the ball. 10 points for him. Price outside. It's blocked. Now here's Wade. Inside to Shaq. Out to Hardaway. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, one of his other qualities, Steve, is how quickly he starts to break. I mean, he doesn't need numbers either. He can be a coast-to-coast, rack-to-rack guy all by himself.
This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw good from Hardaway. Hardaway hits them both. Here's Price. Leads him in there. James. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane. Heat out offense. They trail by 9 points. Wade outside. Outside Hardaway. Wade. Misses the layup. Now Irving. He's got 10. LeBron James on the win. LeBron right side. Back to Irving. Clock at 6. Right at the free throw line. Again, the Cavaliers score.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Here's Wade. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Here's Hardaway. He's got 5. 5 on the clock. At the teardrop. LeBron shot is off. LeBron with it. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Price outside. Right side, Irving. Stolen by O'Neal. And here is Hardaway. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Shaq with the slam. And the Cavaliers with possession here. Price outside. And the layup's good off the glass.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Here's Wade. Pass to Mourning. High post shot. Oh, that's blocked. There's the bucket. Good.
He is really having a good quarter, a strong quarter, an efficient quarter, doing a lot of positive things out there.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. LeBron James on the wing. LeBron, good.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
Here's LeBron. Pass to O'Neal. LeBron. Poked away. Wade outside. Back to LeBron. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots from the baseline. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. 7 points in the game.
You know, he's got a lot of inches on the defender in that matchup, and he can just shoot right over the top of him without worrying about being bothered.
The drive by LeBron. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Miami trailer. Hardaway with it. He has 5. Back to O'Neal. Wade. Shaq with the screen. Outside Hardaway. Wade outside. And that one's good. Now here's Price. Hardaway with the steal. And they're moving it up. That one goes. Count it. He has 7.
They've slowed down casting those triples here in the second.
Price outside. High, arcing shot. And Craig Torty with the slam. And so here is Miami. 7-point differential. Wade outside. Pass to Hardaway. Back to Wade. Fires from the wing. And the Heat get another bucket right there. Here's LeBron. Price outside. Good on the shot. He's got 6.
Man, their offense is really cranked up in the second quarter.
And here comes Tim Hardaway. He has 7. Back to O'Neal. Blocked. LeBron James on the wing. And another 3 for Cleveland.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Wade outside. Outside Hardaway. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Cavaliers ahead. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere. The Cavaliers leading. Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. Pass to Price. Knocked away. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Here's Price. Left side, Price. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
So it's Miami now. Trailing here by 8. Back to Wade. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. Now LeBron. Now here's Price. Ilgauskas. Pass to Price. 6 on the shot clock. Finds the open look, and it's on target. 8 points for him.
Well, he doesn't waste too many of those chances close to the basket.
LeBron outside.
They're really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Price outside. Pass to Doherty. Irving. Now Price. LeBron outside. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And the Heat call time here. Wade outside. Pass to Morning. And there's the call on James. That'll be his second foul of the game. LeBron outside. Down low. Morning inside. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Pass to Irving. Ilgauskas. And he gets the bucket. 6 points for him.
He really made that mismatch pay off. The defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket.
Now here's Wade. Back to Hardaway. Wade outside. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Mourning. No good.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's Price, and Shaq sends it back. On the wings, Wayne. Here's Wade. Wade, right side. Good.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Pass to Price. Left side, Price. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. 10 points for him.
And something else he has on his resume are his ball skills. What a ball handler and dribbler. I mean, he looks like he was born with a basketball in his hands. It looks like it's part of his body.
Now here's Wade. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Ilgauskas. Here's Doherty. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Outside Hardaway. Wade. Pass to LeBron. Now O'Neal. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. He's got 6.
Excellent execution of the plan there.
Price outside. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Here's Wade. Pass to Mourning. Knocked loose and stolen by Doherty. Here's LeBron. He's got 7. And here's Irving. Back to LeBron. 6 to shoot. Outside Irving. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. O'Neal. Here's LeBron. Buries it down low. 11 points in the game. Cavaliers leading. And the Cavaliers call time here. And the Heat with some changes. Pass to Harper. Here is Yao. Here's Free. Just 5 to shoot. Nance. Let's go. Left side Nance. And another miss by Cleveland. Jones with it. 5 points in the game. Now here's Dragic. Cycling. And another basket for Miami. Here's Free. Pass to Harper. Alvarez. Here's Free. Now here's Nance. Right side. Offensive rebound. Love gets to the rim for two with the D all over him.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Cycling. Pass to Jones. Here is Whiteside. Here's Rice. And the three ball is good.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Here's Harper. He has 5. Here's Free. Pass to Love. Love right side. Shot from 6. Swiped away. Now Jones. He has 5. Good. He has 5.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Here's Harper. There's a screen. Pass to Free. Here's Harper. And here's Love. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good. And the Heat making a change here. Both free throws good from Love. Miami trailing. Hardaway with it. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Rice. Blocked.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
Here's Free. And Nance backs in. 6 on the shot clock. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. And here's Jones. He has 5. Cycling. Shot is blocked. Here's Free. Here's Harper. That one a little long. Now here's Jones. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Here's the 3. Here's right side. And easy 2 points on the layup. Here's Free. Pass to Nance. Backing down. Baseline try. And yes, sir, that one drops. He's got 6. Outside Hardaway. Now Jones. Jones in the post. And that one's good.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Here's Harper. Left side Nance. Harper. Pass to Free. Rocket 6. Here's Love. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
You know, sometimes the intensity of the game can lead to brain-neutral plays like that, guys.
The Heat making a switch here. Now Smith. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Pass to Jones. Hardaway. Back to Jones. To tie. And stolen by Love. Russell with it. Nance with it. Here is Carr. Now, here is Russell. 6 to shoot. Here is Carr. Here is Carr. And it's off from three-point range. Now Jones. He has 7. Pass to Smith. Back to Jones. Buries it from three-point range. 10 points for him. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Heat out front. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Here's Hardaway. Oh, trying for it. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. Cavaliers trailing. Here's Harper. Pass to Russell. Here's Harper. 6 on the shot clock. Love right side. Goes to the fadeaway and cans it.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway. Take the shot that's available.
Smith inside. Brown outside. Shoots a 3. That is good.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's Harper. Pass to Russell. Tries again. Verajao down low. There's a good screen. Smith outside. Back to Hardaway. From outside, off the mark. And here's Russell. Here's Harper. He drains the turnaround jump shot.
They're leaning on that mid-range shot right now. That's 6 of their last 10 points from that area.
Outside Hardaway. Shoots the 3. And the shot is good.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
Here's Harper. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Russell with it. And he gets it to go. The Heat with the lead. Now here's Hardaway. Smith outside. Backs him down. Smith right side. 5 to shoot. Here's Hardaway. And it's Harper with the rebound. Here is Carr to the paint. Pass to Verajao. And they take the lead. Now Hardaway. Left side Hardaway. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. That free throw good from Hardaway. And the Heat with some changes. Hardaway hits them both. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Free. Outside Irving. Pass to Nance. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Now here is Hardaway. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Just 5 on the clock. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Hammers the alley-oop through. Here's Free. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 6. Nance. And he banks in the layup.
And Steve, very few players have his finishing ability. We see him get a lot of and-ones because even if he draws hard contact, he is able to play through that and typically score.
It's LeBron with the drive. Hardaway. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. 4-point game. Here's Free. Pass to Doherty. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And here's Jones. Back to Hardaway. Jones drills the three-pointer.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
Here's Free. Top of the key. Again, the Cavaliers score. And here is Hardaway. Pass to Mourning. Working on Doherty. Now here's LeBron. Now Mourning. That's blocked. Over Doherty. And it's Miami with another. The Cavaliers trailing. Irving with the ball. Here's Free. Tipped away. Back to Nance. 6 on the shot clock. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. LeBron with it. Pass to Mourning. Working on Doherty. LeBron with it. Makes the lead pass. Right side, good.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
Here's Free. Back to Nance. Pass to Free. Back to Nance. Expanding his range. And that one's good.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
Here is Whiteside. Here is Whiteside. LeBron James on the wing. Here's Jones. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Here's Free. Outside Irving. Up top, Nance. Nance, right side. Goes up on the high post. Again, the Cavaliers score.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Here's the screen. Pass to LeBron. Back to Jones. And the Heat, another three.
They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Here's Free. The Heat with the lead. Now here's LeBron. Pass to Mourning. Back to LeBron. 6 to shoot. Jones with it. Here's Hardaway. And 3 off the mark. Cleveland with the ball. A nice shot by Irving. And here comes LeBron. And the Heat call time here.
Was going over with his team in that last huddle.
And the Heat making a change here. Here's Mourning. And he takes that one up and powers it through. And here is LeBron. Pass to Price. Outside Irving. Clock at 6. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. So it's Miami now. They lead by 1. Outside Hardaway. Outside Hardaway. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
A crucial possession with time ticking down.
Boy, they'd like to put themselves in front right here.
It's off his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Outside Irving. Outside Irving. Back to Price. Shot clock at 6. Here's Doherty. Oh, and they take the lead.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Shaq with the screen. Now here's LeBron. Back to Mourning. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
Here's Price. Pass to Irving. The kick out to LeBron. Back to Irving. From way back. Cleveland gets it back. Here's LeBron. Here's Price. Buries it from outside. Here's Wade. A floater. Yes! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
That is an elegant move to drop in the floater there, guys.
Now Doherty. Pass to LeBron. Good!
Kevin, they've still got a foul to give at this point.
Timeout called the Heat. What do you think, guys? LeBron outside. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He's playing hard, but you got to play smart, too. Get there too late, and that's a big whistle.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Price up top. Here's Gordy.
It's in!
And the Heat call time here. Guys, your thoughts? For the win, and blocked. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. So it's an arrow win.
Oh, that's my